He has won 20. Jim has won 20 of these.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah. 19 of them in 2018.
Oh my god. So that means Ryu has won 18?
19.
19?
Yeah. He needs this one, then he ties for 20.
Ooh, so Jim's won 20 and he's won 19.
Yes.
Wow.
They're years apart. Like JimRising's year was 2018, Ryu's year was 2019, you know?
Yeah. And it's a ZvZ, so it really can go any way here. I mean, ZvZ is just so weird. Either one of these players is just better at ZvZ, or one of these players is a little bit cheekier. Here we have it. This is your final event of the evening. It is a best of 5 series. Spawning in the top left-hand corner, it is the teamless player who needs to be picked up ASAP. He's won 19 of these things. It's none other than Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE, rocking that melted hatchery skin. God damn it. We have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
I like how Steel Mold put both of those emotes in the chat. It looks like they're very happy looking at each other. Like if someone offered me and my friend free pizza, that's how we'd look at each other. Like, free pizza?
But free tacos.
Yeah. Man, tacos sound good.
Yeah, tacos always sound good. They always sound
I wish
good.
I could just Uber eat some really good tacos. I wonder what they do in Mexico when they want tacos at night. Can they get them delivered, or do they have to drive down the street? I don't know.
I imagine this got in Mexico. This has got to be like door-to-door taco salesman, right?
I hope so. Maybe I just haven't tried, but when I go, they're usually on it. Like, if there's a 7-Eleven down the street, there's a taco stand open. So I feel like you have to drive, but maybe in Mexico, if you know the taco guy, you can get it delivered.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. Like 2 a.m., call up your taco homie and have him drop it off.
Like what?
Because I don't know how they do it in Australia, but in US, like Uber Eats, like you order on the app, they go to the restaurant, pick it up, and bring it to you. Is that possible with tacos? Can they go to a taco store and pick it up for you?
I would hope so. I would Oh, one of the observers has to do this. All right, I'll time this in, yeah?
All right, you time it in, and I'll tap.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Look at that.
Look at that. Have you guys seen the better timed go?
No one has.
I feel so official. They're like, ref. Gotta put on my cape to come hit pause.
Yeah, and I will quickly ask, because I've done this before, how do I change between POVs, viewers? Because at the moment I'm looking at Jim right now.
E to go back to everyone.
Oh, beautiful. There we go. Okay.
God, one time that happened to me casting and I didn't know.
Yeah.
It was rough. One time I changed to where the production tab comes up in like the bottom right-hand corner.
What?
Yeah, like it's in that little bar on the bottom right, and I had no idea how to fix it.
Oh, God. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, I did. I found out mid-series.
Like, I found out the hard way.
Yeah, I think I hit like control, and then I tried to hit a button and misclicked, and it was rough. But yeah, the first time I hit W to find out how to watch the other players, I did not know E existed.
Oh, and we were talking about Jim being the cheeky one, and so far, he's staying on 2 bases, like as opposed to his opponent expanding, and he's going for a very fast lair. Oh yeah, look. if you were here earlier, it does. It looks like there's a different like graphical animation on top of a static image. Like
yeah. It's like you what is it called when you infect it with the overseer? And I could never remember that.
Yeah, corruption? No,
No.
I don't know.
Anyone in the chat? Corruption, disruption.
Infestation?
It was something about infest or... It's gonna bug me. I don't even know what to Google here. Overlord, overseer, infestation.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, but Jim, he's going for this 2-base lair, going for a roach push. Oh, Nidus!
Wow, like I don't know if you know this, but when you go on Google, it'll give you like the cold hard facts of stuff. I typed in their abilities, and it's actually the first thing that pops up from Liquipedia. The Overseer has the ability Contaminate.
That's it.
Yeah.
Contaminate.
Wow, Google's really on their StarCraft info. That's kind of cool. But yeah, Contaminate. Knew it was something like that.
There we go.
Corrosive bile, Contaminate, caustic spray. You know, Zerg just has all types of liquids spewing from their bodies.
And, you know, when it comes to things spewing from their bodies, we're going to see things spewing out of this Nidus as it is coming out here. Oh, but Ryu spots it. He knows.
Is he going to... Oh, it's going to come out before he can kill it, though. So if he has queens with transfuse...
Oh, he's going to bail.
I don't think there is.
Yeah, there may be... No queens whatsoever.
Not many roaches, actually.
I mean, there's more than what Ryu has. That's what matters right now. As oh, it looks like he's trying to
that's
sneak.
a huge catch.
Yeah. Oh, but now he's going to lose the fight here.
In the corner.
Yeah, he needs to bring all his roaches and his queens back here to the third base. Unfortunately, there isn't any creep connecting the bases. Oh, I love how he kept the roaches here just in case.
Nothing I love more than ZvZ than a Nidus worm.
And it's just so great to see Rio just on top of his Nidus defense. He's got the spine here in front of his third base. He managed to keep his third base alive as well.
That's huge.
And Jim, he's still okay. He is now taking his third and transitioning into Spire.
But he still has more workers, oddly enough. I kind of like this because, you know, Jim can go either way with this. He can go into mass muta and destroy his opponent, or he can just get a couple mutas out for map control.
Yeah, we'll see how much gas he banks up, right, to see like how many mutas he makes. He has a lot of roaches he just wasn't really able to accomplish. And even though Jim had the higher worker count to begin with, Ryu with 3 hatcheries, he should be able to catch up. We just need to see what's next for Ryu because his lair is only just about to finish. You know, is he going to go Spire as well? Is he going to go Hydras? Going to go right into workers?
Yeah. Now he has a lot of money in the bank and he has a whole lot of larvae, so he's saving up for something. He's not just he could just mass drones right now, but he's, you know, trickling in drones and upgrades and some units. But it seems like we've reached a little, you know, like impasse here where everyone's just chilling. But Spire's done. +2 coming up for Ryu.
Yeah,
which means he has no idea.
Yeah, exactly. The Spire 8 mutas are on the way already. Meanwhile, Ryu, he hasn't scouted this whatsoever. +2 range is nice, like, but he needs anti-air desperately.
Here's something interesting as well. While JimRising has a good amount of mutas on the way, what's left after you get mutas is a whole... It's instantly spotted, by the way, as soon as they pop out. What's left after your mutas is a whole lot of minerals. Now, Jim, he skipped Ling Speed. He never got Ling Speed, so he's got a lot of minerals and slow Lings. The follow-up is supposed to be like maybe Muta Bane, but he can't really transition into Lings because he has no Ling Speed.
Yeah, a little bit rough there for Jim. We may just see him, as we do see, he's just committing to roaches instead, just going to be making his units a little bit more inefficiently. But, you know, there's a decent queen count, you know, spores immediately throw down.
Pretty good, I feel. Like I said, you can either go for the entire all-out mutas, or you can just go for the handful of mutas map control, which is what I think Jim decided to go for. But if he can reinforce with the roaches and the mutas at the same time, he can target fire down the air and the queens. The spore and the queens.
Yeah, it's actually pretty important that this Nidus didn't go down. Like, it's still here, so it's still being used by Jim.
Yeah. Well, that could be a good pick, but he doesn't want to lose any of his mutas here. Oh, I love this Ravagers. You can corrosive bile down pretty much the entire army. So the thing about corrosive biles is, like, when you corrosive bile against other roaches, it kind of stops the roaches from shooting for a second. But in this case scenario, it stops the roaches from killing the other roaches, which allows the Muta to continuously do damage non-stop whatsoever. So I don't know how this plays out, but I like it for JimRising here. If he attacks with both at the same time, he has to corrosive bile down the anti-air. I don't know if it's the best engagement here.
Yeah,
Jim has a higher army count.
He does. He's pushing up the ramp. It doesn't look like there's enough supply, but maybe with the static defense and the reinforcements, Ryu is able to push Jim back. Oh, but more roaches come out.
Yeah, with this Nidus Worm, Jim can just keep reinforcing, and I think he knows he needs to cause damage because the Lurker Den is finished up here for Ryu very shortly in about 15 seconds. I think this is Jim's one and only chance. I am surprised he didn't take out the static defense.
Yeah, the spores are still there. They could have been biled down.
Yeah.
I think he was focusing his biles on the spine instead, and he's pushing in. To be fair, there aren't a lot of roaches here for Ryu.
Yeah, but with this much static defense, it's kind of hard to move in with the Mutas, so the Mutas are kind of just like lost space. With the reinforcements, he's going to completely overwhelm this army. I think he had that small window right there to win this fight. Yeah. Very small window.
And I think the window is closed. Like now, Ryu with those reinforcements, now Lurker Den's done. Lurkers are on the way. We have Hydras as well for anti-air. Jim, though, he does have a faster fourth base, so he does have that going for him. But will he be able to survive the counterattack?
I hate seeing those bases pop up. Just pops up and it's all orange and bright.
Yeah.
But, you know, no bias, you know. Sure, the skins are cool. All skins are the same.
Plenty of bias. They're not the same.
Yeah. They're actually terrible. They're actually awful. Yeah, so in that last fight we were talking about, Jim literally just has Muta sitting around while he took a not favorable fight with his roaches. So it's kind of weird, like, why get the Mutas? Just throw them away, if anything. Honestly, just tank some shots. A couple more shots tanked will help. And as we see here, the queens are busy, and the roaches are going for it, and they're going to be able to win this engagement, I believe.
Oh, yeah, it looks like Jim may have enough. There are lurkers behind this, and
oh man, the lurkers saved it.
Yeah. Just had
I don't think he noticed the lurkers were there.
And all the Mutas, they went down.
Yeah. He should have done that before the lurkers were out.
Yeah, like earlier, as you were pointing out, like the Mutas just weren't really a part of the engagements happening, and now there's even a roach run by coming out from Ryu, hurting Jim's economy even further, which he needs to because Ryu's stuck on 3 bases and Jim's on 4. So really nicely done that Ryu was able to edge this out.
Yeah. Ryu definitely trying to edge this out here. And he's the edgelord, so he'll probably do pretty good at that.
Yeah, like he's pretty nicely set up defensively. He's got a lot of lurkers, you know, he's finally getting his 4th base. But now Jim, it looks like he's trying to catch up. He's throwing down his own Hydra Den.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're gonna see it again. We're gonna see the classic hive from Jim. Oh god, no.
Yeah. Looks like it's poking itself.
Yeah.
This should definitely go in Ryu's favor here with the lurkers eventually.
Yeah, the lurkers, it looks like they may just finish up. We'll see if Jim, he targets them down. Oh, 1 finishes.
Oh my god. That was good by Jim, but not good enough. And now the hive is just about to finish here for Jim in the most disgusting of ways.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh my god. What is that on the spines at the top?
I don't know. They're like antennas. It's like
it has a hole at the top.
It looks like it's got a crown. It's like it's wearing a crown.
Yeah, a crown of spikes.
Yeah.
It's like a butt.
Not ragging on Blizzard, the new classic skins too much, but I am still convinced that it is a graphical issue and Blizzard need to fix it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that too, just so I don't lose faith in Blizzard. I mean, that has happened. There's been plenty of glitches with Blizzard. Blizzard is not unfamiliar to terrible glitches.
I mean, we're just talking about the lobby bug, right? Like it's been there for.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, when it comes to professional StarCraft, like, you guys really couldn't fix the issues, at least for the pros. Like, not even in ESL do they fix that. Like, there's still lobby bugs and all types of things going on, but interestingly enough, we have reached that point where it is becoming the lurker versus lurker battles.
Yeah, and again, Jim, he is still maintaining his lead. He is still ahead in bases by 1. He's ahead in supply as well. And yeah, he's like, even though he hasn't been winning fights because Ryu's had the better army, like Jim is catching up in other ways.
Ryu's had the better defense, yeah, but this is exactly what you need. If your opponent, it's a game of like rock, paper, scissors. If your opponent has a better base or a better defense, you out-expand them. They're not on the map. That's the whole point of the mutas, was the early on map control, allowing him to expand like that.
Yeah.
Now, the only scary thing is here, which we've seen by many players, like, you're playing someone that should beat you, you get the advantage, now how do you seal the deal?
Exactly, and I love this. Like, already we have 2 Vipers here with the main army of Ryu. Like, he's getting that end game composition, like Lurker, Hydra, Viper. And Jim spots this and he needs to get his own. Oh god.
Yeah, see, like, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to lose your entire army, even with the better economy. Like, you Zerg is good, but you can't instantly max out again unless you save up 60,000 larva. Oh, what a waste of units.
Oh yeah, he tried to go for a run by and they just melted to that Lurker. At the same time, Ryu, he's finally pushing out, gonna try and hit that 5th base of Jim. And Jim, like, to be fair, he has his own Lurkers, you know, he's taking out
right here.
Yeah.
Some of his army got caught right there. 2 Lurkers morphing in did die right there, so that's kind of huge. All the look at the upgrades. Seismic spines for both of them just completed. But the upgrade advantage is in favor of Jim right now. He has +3 at melee or +3 range attack. I don't know if that helps here. I believe Lurkers are melee, aren't they?
I'm not too sure. I think they're ranged, but it looks like Ryu kind of came out on top. He's gonna get the base, but he loses a lot of his Lurkers. I think almost all of them.
Yeah, I think JimRising is gonna win this now. He was able to get so many Lurkers that he literally just jumped on top of Ryu's Lurkers and burrowed.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryu now has no defense. He's struggling to get his army back up. He's been lower in economy, and now we're seeing it come into play here. But this is a nice concave here for Ryu, and he's gonna push Jim back, causing him to waste a lot of his Lurkers there. He lost like 4 or 5 there.
Jesus, yeah, down to only 3 Lurkers here. So Jim had a lot of momentum, but now that's gone, and now we even have Vipers, reinforcing Vipers for Ryu. I think I just noticed that Jim actually, he isn't going for any Vipers.
Where's the Vipers? Yeah,
like they're non-existent.
You don't really win this without Vipers. Maybe he thinks it's too much to control, which I agree, but that's not how you win a game.
Yeah, he's just pushing on into the 3rd base. He burrows. Oh, there's not enough energy for Blinding Clouds, I don't think. Okay, now there is.
Oh, there it is. Jesus, and he's gonna get wrecked here, man.
Yeah, almost everything.
And he's getting hit down
off.
at his fort. Oh my god, one Lurker.
Lurker run by at the 4th base. Again, only 1 Lurker left for Jim here. He's gonna get a base, which is, I mean, it's nice, but look at the supplies. He's lost so much already.
Get it! Oh my god, he didn't get it!
What?
Go back and get it!
Finally, Jim cleans
So
up
many
that.
close moments.
Yeah, so many. And now Ryu, he's pushing out. And what is there here for Jim?
4. The spine. Those spines are so weird looking to me. He has no vision. He has no Lurkers. He's got pretty much nothing here.
Yeah.
And this is what I was talking about. He had the advantage, supply and income, but he just couldn't close out the game. And once you lose your entire army, you can't instantly max back out. And now his opponent's here, looking pretty tough.
Yeah, and unlike Jim, Ryu is leaving a Lurker here to deal with the base, so it should be going down. Oh, nice yoinks.
Yoinks versus yoinks, you lose that fight every time.
Yeah, especially when a player like Jim doesn't have any Vipers, right?
Yeah.
Like
yoinks versus no yoink. Oh my gosh.
What a madman.
Jim has enough Lurkers here, but there's too many Hydras. GG is called. Ryu takes it. Wow. Was that game number 1?
That was game number 1.
Jesus Christ. This is the best 5, guys. That was by no means a walkover by Ryu, so Jim really does have a chance here. What a good game number 1.
Yeah, that was really well played. Again, like Jim was trying to, I feel like, force the issue. You know, we saw him start off the game with 2 base Nidus, right, into 2 base Muta.
Yeah. I'm just surprised that he was able to transition out of that like he did.
Like
I'll go Roach into Mutas, and then if that doesn't work, I lose. It's very hard to go Roach into Mutas, then into Roach again, then into Lurkers.
Yeah, I think we both agreed. Like we both pointed out that Jim's probably his big like issue that game is that he never got Vipers. You know. And
yeah.
Vipers are pretty good.
Yeah, I mean he's playing Ryu. Ryu is like the most incredible micro manager I've ever seen in StarCraft. Obviously not literally the best ever, but if you guys were there for that Ryu versus I even forgot who the Terran was.
It was Terran.
It was Terran. I forgot who the Terran was. It was Terran. That was nuts. That was something I'll probably remember forever. The transaction that went down there.
Yeah. It was amazing to see his Lurker Viper control, and that's coming into play here as well. Like similar compositions, you know, the skills.
Yeah, but there is no counter Lurker here, or I mean Vipers.
All right, here we go.
Fan on real quick because these games it's getting hot in here, man. Thought it was good StarCraft.
Things are heating up.
Yeah, things are heating up, man. This is the finals. It's game number 2. One player could be on match point. One player can be on the way to their comeback. But here we have it. Spawning in the top right-hand corner. He's currently teamless. He's representing himself. He's representing Zergs all across Latin America. It is Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Ice and Chrome LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
See if he can rise to the occasion here.
We'll see. I mean, you know, again, that last game, we were expecting Jim to be a little bit cheeky, and he was. On a map like Ice and Chrome, maybe we're going to see him play a little bit more straight up. You know, we could see another like Evo chamber, like Link Flood sort of thing. Anything's possible with Jim.
Yeah, the only thing is Ryu's so good at this stuff. So who's to say if like what kind of cheese actually works against Ryu?
Yeah, it's like the alternative option is playing straight up, and to be fair, Jim is good, but like we were talking about how if Ryu can take out eggs, you know, like that's a pretty tough Zerg.
Yeah. No, I didn't want to bring it up, but hopefully this game doesn't go on too long because there's other games going on tonight.
There is, of course, when it comes to these weekend casts, specifically with Sentimiento Latino, there is GSL today. So if you want some StarCraft after Sentimiento Latino ends, you can tune in for some Korean StarCraft with GSL.
Yeah. It should be interesting to say the least.
Yeah, especially since did you watch the Foreigner group a couple of days ago?
Yeah, it was crazy. That was actually good to watch. Like, StarCraft's in a cool place.
Honestly, it was a bit of a shame that Special and Scarlet ended up in the same group, right? It's like,
they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Nah, it is unfortunate though.
Yeah, so we
have these lings.
Yeah, they kind of knocked each other out, and Ryu is actually making a decent wave of lings. JimRising once again staying on 2 bases. This time no Lair though.
This time no nothing.
Yeah, what's he doing?
Bailing Nest.
I mean, we've got a Bailing Nest for Ryu, like a defensive one. Like Ryu's playing normal. He's like, this is standard what Ryu's doing. Jim, there's no gases. There's no. Okay, we got a wall. All right. I guess 2 base Nidus again? Maybe?
Maybe. We'll see. He's really trying to keep Ryu not paying attention. He's YOLOing his lings in. Now there's no speed for Jim's lings, so this should give him an idea that he took speed late or does not have speed at all.
Yeah, actually,
He's no third.
Yeah, that's a pretty big tell. I mean, obviously he sees no third. He sees that the Jimslings don't have any link speed, so that's another tell. Again, it kind of comes down to like, is this 2-base Nidus? Is this 2-base Spire?
Well, from what I'm looking at right here, this looks like the good old classic 2-base Nidus. You get your lair, you get your spawning pool. Normally when you put down a creep tumor somewhere on the high ground, so you can put the Nidus in the high ground. He's getting his 3 gases.
Yeah, and this +1 range that's on the way, it also affects the queens as well, if the queens go across the map. So we'll see how this plays out as, again, only 3 gases. The lair is about to finish up pretty soon. The problem is that, again, when you do something like this, it's very obvious that you're doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's no third. That's a huge red flag, right? Yeah. And Ryu, he's good enough to know that.
Yeah, that little Ling dancing up there. I wonder what song he's playing in his head. You know what song I'd like to imagine is playing in every unit's head? That song, I forgot who sings it, but Staying Alive. If you've ever heard that.
Yeah.
Staying alive, staying alive. I feel like that's what every Ling's yelling in their head as they're running across the map. Or maybe that's what the queens are saying when they're stasis warded and dancing.
Yeah, it's it definitely could be. And here we go, the Nidus is on the way. I love how Ryu, he actually has a patrolling Ling here in his main. He's aware that this is a possibility, so he's ready. He's ready for it.
And there's one Overlord in vision of the base for Jim. I don't like his position at all.
I understand it because it's not going to get scouted, but there's a reason why it's not going to get scouted, because it's not a good position, right?
Yeah, but I guess he just wants him out. Since there's no queens, it's not bad. But I mean, he could have put it on the high ground up this ramp and been fine. Oh
my god, there's a spine here as well. We have a couple of roaches. Jim does have the higher roach count, and he will have +1. +1 is only just going to finish up soon for Ryu.
Yeah. But now the thing is, Ryu has a better economy and 3 hatcheries, more minerals, more gas, and more larvae to produce.
Ooh, but
looking good here for Jim, though.
Yeah, a lot of the roaches are going down. The spine had to reposition as well. It looks like the 3rd base may be going down. We've got reinforcements trying to deal with the Nidus, and it looks like Nidus is going to go down.
He needs to go for workers here. He left all the workers at the 3rd. He's going for the kill.
Yeah, and this could be the wrong move because there's enough here. There's even energy for transfuse from the queens.
It's definitely the wrong move. If he would have gone for the base after he killed the initial, that would have been so great. He's oh, there's nothing here in the main, though. Wow.
Okay,
no, misclick. Misclick. He saw it and then walked away.
He may have all army hockeyed and he moved all the roaches.
Did. And now it goes up and units are going to get out. All of them into the main. Ryu scrambling to get his roaches into the main, and they're going to make it here in time, but isn't enough. The queen's being brought as well. Only 1 transfuse able to go down. The concave is in favor of Ryu, but the reinforcements are just piling out here for JimRising, and it looks like Jim has a superior army count. We're looking at the soup. We're seeing it go down for Ryu, but not for Jim.
Oh, and the reinforcements are just coming in through the Nidus as well. Jim, he's winning the Roach v Roach fight. Ryu just needs to buy time for his own roaches to hatch, and they are slowly. And it looks like he's trying to deal with this. We'll see if there's another wave of roaches coming out for Jim.
There is. They just pop. I think Jim needs to hold the top of this ramp as his reinforcements come in. Leaving that ramp is a bad idea because all the roaches can get up and get a great surface area. You always have the concave if you hold the top of the ramp.
And I think Jim may have enough. The drones are being pulled.
The boys are being pulled. The boys are back in town, but not for long. They will go down. And if he kills even 10, 12 workers here and still loses this fight, it's good. GG, Ryu loses game number 2. JimRising pulling off the tactic that he tried in game 1 but didn't work. So I guess we're kind of the dumb ones now saying that positioning wouldn't work for a Nidus.
I mean, really, it came down to like the 2nd Nidus actually getting up in the main base. Like,
he was so good the first game with denying that 2nd Nidus.
Yeah, I mean,
this game she just slipped up.
We all saw it, right? I'm pretty sure Ryu saw that Nidus. He sent roaches to deal with it, and then he all army hockeyed and I'm sure in the back of his mind when he did that, he's like, oh, the roaches are close enough to like just automatically attack the Nidus, right? But they all came out of the main,
It's not a good time for Ryu.
Mm.
That's my favorite play. Nidus Roach can't be beat. And also, I don't think I even noticed. Oh, they both did. Okay. Ryu and JimRising both had +1. So they both had +1 Roaches, but maybe Jim had +1 a little bit earlier, a little bit later. I don't know how much that came into play, but either way, that was well played by Jim. Lets me know I'm not crazy. Nidus Roach isn't just something we do on the ladder here in NA. Jim does it in tournaments from NA.
Yeah. It was great to see Jim do it 2 games in a row in the second game. You know, he executed a little bit better and he actually made it work. You'll see it again.
Yeah. Chrome-plated guy. That's cool. I like the picture here for JimRising. It's like a a lurker destroying a keyboard?
It's
Ultralisk destroying a keyboard?
Yeah, I think that was available for like Twitch Prime. There was like a Twitch like SC2 sort of thing. Yeah.
I just get left out of everything cool, but it's okay. Spawning here in the top right-hand corner. It is not the final game. It is all tied up here in the best of 5 series. He's coming from Peru. He's currently teamless. It is Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Eternal Empire LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports and going for Nidus 2 games in a row. Will he go for a third? It is JimRising.
I don't know who I want to win here. I want to say Jim just for the story. But if Ryu loses, that would be huge for Ryu. Like, that would be bad.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, like Jim, again, he's one of the best Zergs in the region, right? Like, he made top 4 DreamHack. You know, only like the only people above him were Special, Kellezer, and Cham. So that was like a huge moment for Jim this year. I think the real question is like, was that a fluke? Or can he do it again, right? Like, is Jim actually in form, or was it like this one-time thing for DreamHack, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what he's trying to prove to himself and everyone else as he plays right now, today here in the tournaments.
Yeah. Especially because I think you were pointing it out, and I don't know if you remember, but in last Speed Up podcast, he was very dismissive of how he was going to perform in DreamHack. He was like, oh, yeah, like I'll show up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll do what I can, right? Like, I don't think he even thought that he could get as far as he did, right?
And then came all the dances right after.
Of course. But
yeah, I mean, it's just, I wouldn't say it's a standard opener, but it's as standard as you can get. No link speed.
Yeah, that's what now that we mentioned it 2 games in a row, I was keeping an eye on it. No link speed for Jim, so looking to go for something similar at least.
Maybe 2-base Muta this time.
It's always a possibility. It's one or the other, man.
I feel like that's the most obvious thing to do. That's like Mind Games 101. I'm going to do the same build 3 times, but on the very last time, I'm going to slightly switch it up. I don't know if it's going to work. This animation just upsets me.
You know what? Let's just look away. Let's just let that be. We can look at other parts of the map, but Jim, he's getting that incredibly fast lair. And we'll see what it is for, if it's for roaches again. I mean, honestly, if we're talking about Jim here, he would, just for the meme, just roach Nidus every single game.
He might. He's probably laughing on stream talking about it right now.
Yeah. Like, I bet his stream, his Twitch chat is like betting him, like, you're not gonna do it again, are you? He's like, mate, I'll make it happen.
He's like, do you know who I am? Ooh, even denying the layer vision, but an Overlord's coming in.
Yeah, the Overlord should spot what is coming. I mean, Ryu also knows that there's no third base, so once again, he scouts.
And for you guys at home, the Game Heart mod is on, so that means that these players can't see the skins. So it's just a completely normal base to Ryu, so he can see it easily. But as being pointed out here. The 4th gas is taken. The spire went down. I am a genius. And all order has been restored.
Yeah,
he's even getting +1 as a fake, I think.
He is. I think so. Like, you can see the Evo Chamber researching, right? The links of Ryukan, so you have to assume that it's the same thing. You have to.
Going back in with the Overlord.
Oh my god. Oh, but he didn't go all the way in.
Maybe he scouted. I think he scouted there's all 4 gases.
He hasn't seen the gas at the natural.
He hasn't seen the 4th, yeah. So he's seen 2 gases.
Yeah.
Well, 3 technically, because he can assume the other one was taken in the main.
So he actually doesn't know 100%. I don't know if there's some kind of tell that we're not seeing that this is Spire or as opposed to Nidus on the side of Ryu, but yeah, so far this has gone unscouted. He's been deceived, and we'll see how much damage this can get done.
A full wall off earlier, Jim? Or did he cancel something in the wall?
I think he canceled. That's why there's a drone there.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I think he was building something there and then canceled it to save some money. Or maybe he went to build and a Ling ran by and stopped it from building. That also happens.
Yeah, tis possible.
But 8 mutas are on the way. No static defense. A lot of queens though.
A lot of queens, which is nice, and the overseer's getting in. He's finally confirming the Spire.
Yeah. Which is interesting. Oh, instant infestation pit.
Oh yeah. This could be for fungals, or
it's
vipers.
Definitely for fungals.
Yeah,
I think it's for both.
Yeah, like
actually, we'll see 5 spores went down. Holy crap!
Oh my god, that's a lot of spores. There's a lot of queens here. Yeah. Honestly, because of the amount of queens, Nidus for Ryu wouldn't be too bad.
Oh my god! But look at this! Look at this for JimRising. He's going mass lings, but he doesn't have ling speed. I think he just produced a lot of lings, right? Yeah,
he did.
12 lings.
Yeah, I mean, he needs something to defend against these roaches, right?
Mutas work good. Actually, no, they don't. Mutas don't work good against roaches. These are slow lings. Look at these guys. Look, guys waddling for their life.
Yeah, and I mean, luckily...
Staying alive. As they watch their brother die.
Like the mutas, they were forced to come back home, you know. But Jim, he's getting his 3rd up and running. Like I don't really know how this game is really going to play out, especially because we still don't have a Hydra Den for Ryu.
I feel like this is game number 1 sped up.
Yo, he's going right into Hive.
Yeah, he's going straight into Hive. Maybe he's just gonna go. I think he's gonna go for a Queen Infester Nidus.
I really want a Nidus. I think a Nidus would do amazingly. I hope we see it.
That here. Where are the queens? Where are the queens? There they are.
They were a little bit out of position. 1 queen got picked off.
I wonder how many mutas it takes to get rid of 1 queen in 1 shot.
And
yes, 12 here. I'm thinking maybe like 14, 15 mutas to kill a queen in 1 shot.
Yeah. Like because there isn't quite enough. Like there is an opportunity to transfuse for Ryu.
Yeah.
And the Hydra Den is just about to finish up for Ryu. So yeah, and it looks like the Hive was for those fast Vipers.
Yeah. I'm sure he noticed last game that there's no Vipers for Jim. To me, that's a tell that Jim is not fully confident in his Viper control. Or at least not against Ryu, because, you know, Yoinks versus Yoinks.
Yeah.
I mean, 9 times out of 10, Ryu's probably going to out-yoink you.
Yeah, exactly. We were talking about Ryu's amazing control when it comes to his spellcasters with his main army. We could see that again here. And now it's going to be on Jim. Like, how good are his splits against parasitic bombs?
Yeah, with mutas, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, it's very hard.
What I normally do is I don't even look at the mutas themselves. I'll look at the little map on the bottom that shows all the units and see which one's losing health the fastest. I'm no pro. I don't know if that's how the pro do it, but I would imagine so. Maybe they're just good enough to pick it out of the bunch.
Oh, the mutas are here in the natural.
How many spores? 3. He made 5 spores and 3 of them were there. But Jim back again with an amazing economy. He's still up in workers here. Now he's using those mutas for the map control, and now he's double expanded behind this to the rich gas geyser and to the one behind it.
Yeah, he's double expanding. He's got a Lurker Den on the way, so he's going right into Hydra Lurker, which makes sense, right? It'll definitely work.
Yeah.
He just needs to be careful with his Mutalisk control and what he can get done with them. Oh.
Okay, so Jim has like 20 more workers than Ryu, but he also has the rich gas, so Jim's gonna have more minerals than Ryu. I don't know how that comes into play here. Because he's gonna have 3 less workers on gas. That's 3 more workers on minerals.
Oh, and Ryu has to be careful that his workers don't get caught out by the Mutalisk. There's actually no detection here for Ryu. So
oh my god, that was bad. Oh, good blitz here though. He got 1 off. Can he get 2?
Yeah, 3 are off.
There's actually nothing that shoots up though. So yeah, 1 parasitic bomb won't kill the mutas fully. Oh, but these Hydras will.
Yeah, the majority of Mutalisks were dealt with. But at the end of the day, Jim, he doesn't lose too many workers. Like, he holds onto his base.
To me, it's really important that Jim puts those workers back on gas in that rich gas geyser.
Yeah.
Every second it's just him getting way behind. But in the 5th base, I think he's mining double gas on the 5th base. So if he's out mining the gas by far here.
Yeah. A lot of the time, that's what it does come down to, like how much gas you're mining, how many gas units you can make. And Ryu, he's kind of on the back foot at the moment. Again, he's behind on bases, but we've seen this before. Like, I think we saw this on Death Aura, right? Like, he was behind on bases, but it didn't matter as long as he had the good engagements.
Yeah, I feel like when you're playing Ryu in a ZvZ, a mirror match, oh, nice transfuse there. Even if you are better in economy, like, Ryu has a good enough economy to make any army composition he wants in the world. Like, yeah, Jim's up a couple workers or whatever, but you know, when Jim and Ryu fight with the same army, Ryu normally wins.
Yeah, his army control, his micro, like his positioning, it's just always on point. I will say, I'm actually not too sure. Okay, there we go. Okay, he does still have those Vipers, which are going to be key when the engagement does happen, because we all know that Jim is not about the Vipers.
Yeah. Which I would like to see, so hopefully he is here.
Hopefully. I mean, Jim, he's working on that hive. He's going to get it eventually. So hopefully
so much later.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
All right, let's see how this goes. Not a lot of work getting done here.
Yeah,
I think this is the, like, what do I do moment for Jim.
Yeah, he was hoping to get a couple of worker kills, but so many went down. And we're finally seeing it. The Niduses. Double Nidus.
2 of them. I love it. They can't get taken out. You'll never expect it.
Yeah, and we'll see what Ryu does, if he ends up getting like a Nidus in the main base of Jim or off to the south. It'd be really cool to see. Actually, looking, nice to see. Yeah, he has an Overseer here for Vision, so he could get in.
I don't even know what to say anymore. I just want to see how this plays out.
Yeah, like, Jim, to be fair, Ryu is actually working on this. Oh yeah, because Jim's hive was so late, he's behind when it comes to lurker upgrades.
Super behind. And Ryu has a better army supply here. He is maxed out with less workers than Jim. So even if Jim's maxed out, Ryu has more army.
Yeah, and it looks like Ryu, he wants to get rid of these roaches. They're a little bit of like dead supply at the moment, so he's gonna go for a counterattack. He's gonna try and hit that base. Here we go, the double Nidus next to each other, back to back.
You gotta pull your army and the drones.
Oh, and Jim actually has Vipers.
Ooh, this is good. Okay, those won't go up at all. Those Viper skins are crazy.
Oh yeah, they actually look really weird.
Yeah, they look like fireflies.
Yeah, the wings are like,
yeah.
I think it's kind of cool.
Fireflies. And yeah, it's kind of cool. Their arms are super long though. Their arms like bend backwards. What do they do with their arms?
Jim, you lost me with the hatchery, but you're getting me with the Viper skin.
Yeah. Now I wonder, Vipers have such long yoinks. Do you think their tongue goes all the way through their body?
Oh, do you think it's
or
like
you think it's rolled up in their mouth? Yeah, it's rolled up in their mouth. Like Yoshi or something. Ooh, I wish we could have that sound, had it into every time a Viper yoinks.
Oh, I would love that.
The Yoshi.
Oh, and we have a little bit of a role reversal. Now we have Ryu trying to break the bases of Jim, and Jim is actually the defensive one.
And thank you, Red Gunner Guy, for letting us know all the codes have been used.
Ooh, nice. Thank you so much. As the yoinks are going down, but the army for Ryu is quite small here.
Oh my god, and JimRising even got a parasitic bomb. It's gonna kill all of the Vipers. Oh my god, they barely got out of there alive. Wow. All that crap I talked about Jim being scared to use Vipers. He's using them very efficiently here, even though he lost them all.
Yeah, he did lose them all, but he's making five. Five
Oh my god, he's making sure he doesn't lose them this time.
Oh, he spots the Niduses at the same time. The roaches for Ryu, they're trying to get some damage, denying more of the fringe bases, which is quite nice. And Jim, he does deal with the Niduses.
Jeez, how is he finding these so good? Oh, there's no vision here.
Yeah, they can't hit the lurker. The roaches are going to get dealt with, but at the end of the day, Ryu, he wanted to get rid of the roaches. So.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. He's been wanting to get rid of the... Now, Jim's going to take 2 rich Vespian geysers now. In the main, he has no units in the main. Oh, no.
He's completely out of position. He's running all the way over, but is it going to be too late? The lurkers, they're waddling over.
He can maybe blind... Oh, he got it. Oh, my god, just barely.
Just in time.
Oh, but here comes the 1-2 punch from Ryu, and he does take out this army. He's going to take out the base. Okay, good cancels by Jim, and Jim's got to defend here. A lot of lurkers were left in the main. I think he brought him out here, though. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of this play. Yeah, it's in the Nidus. There we go. The lurkers for Ryu are finally here. Oh, nice parasitic bomb.
Split.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both complimented the opposite thing.
Yeah,
good split, good parasitic bomb. They were both really good, as we expect from Ryu. Yoink's coming down. Wow, why did that one get canceled? Did the unit die?
Yeah, the unit died, so he couldn't pull anything.
I've never seen that. The tongue just went flaccid. Good blinding, decent blinding cloud. Good enough to get his lurkers up in the better position. And man, as we talk about it, Ryu's control is just uncanny. The yoinks are going down. The kiting is happening. The lurkers are surrounded for Ryu by JimRising lurkers. And now Ryu cannot... He can't suck any energy into these Vipers. They're pretty much useless at this point.
Yeah, they're out of energy.
And Jim can go with the blinding clouds and the yoinks here, and he should be able to make his move now. Oh, I don't like that move there.
He just lost a lot of lurkers, and the Nidus is going down to reinforce this army from Ryu. I love this.
Or retreat.
Or retreat.
I would like to see Ryu retreat. I think that'd be a good call here.
Oh, this is Nidus.
He has 120. Well. He's gonna transition positioning.
Oh my god! Do it! Do it! Do it!
He's going for the doom drop. Here it comes. One Nidus will go up, and everything will come out.
Oh my god!
But
he does it.
He's abandoning. Yeah. Oh, he misclicked.
He misclicked, and now the
blinding clouds have to go down.
They have to.
Blinding clouds. No, the Vipers! The Vipers are out, and now there's nothing. GG. Ryu wins it. Ryu wins game number 3. We're not over yet, folks, though. We're not over yet. That's a 2-1. That's a 2-1. This has been super intense, man. What a good ZvZ. This might be my new favorite matchup.
Oh my god, Jim. He attacked with his entire army to go into the main base, and that left all the Vipers exposed. They all got taken out, and as soon as that happened, like, that was it, man. Oh. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and now we are on match point, possibly, maybe, the last game of the evening.
Yeah. Like, again, we just saw when Ryu gets into that late game composition, like Hydra Lurker against Hydra Lurker, like, he just finds a way, you know, he just outpositions you. Nidus is all over the place. It's just great to see him play this style.
I think the double Nidus was a crazy play, and it looked like Jim had it. Like, it wasn't working at first. He stopped like 6 or 8 Niduses, and then just one got up in the perfect positioning at the right time. Yeah, it just seems like when it comes to that late game, Jim just can't match up to Ryu just quite yet.
Yeah, Ryu.
I think Jim needs to not let him go to the late game.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like good old like Sky Army from Protoss. Best way to beat the Sky Toss is to not let him get to Sky Toss.
There's a reason why we've seen the one win that Jim has gotten so far was off of that 2-base play, that 2-base opening. So let's see it
Speaking
again.
of 2-base openings, what better place to go for a crazy build, possibly a 2-base play, than this map here?
Who's gonna
Golden Wall LE. Who's going to get the gold?
Exactly. That's the real question here.
Who's going to get the gold, or who's going to do some cheeky thing with that wall in the corner? Like we've seen some people do. Eggs specifically did it last week just for us.
Yeah.
Which was cool. But that was a different matchup, different time, different players. In this game right here, there's no telling what they will come up with. In the left bottom corner of Golden Wall LE, we're looking in the main base of the red Zerg player. It's currently not on a team. It needs to be fixed ASAP, as you see him play here. It is the one, the only, the Ryu.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Golden Wall LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
Yeah, me and you talked about it. I don't think it was during a cast or anything, but yeah, it's really cool that Jim's on that team, that he's on a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were talking about how Timbers, like, it's not your average team. Like, Jim is their only SC2 player, as they're like a bigger team in other esports. But yeah,
it's cool. Good on him to be picking up Jim.
Yeah. I mean, he's the one you want, right? Like, he's got like a huge following, a big stream, a big social media presence, yeah.
That's great. What up, Neo Shaggy just joined in. Or maybe he's been here, but just now hopping in the chat to discuss.
Yeah, shout out to Neo Shaggy, by the way. That's where it all started today, right? Neo Shaggy versus Ryu.
Yeah. I'm sure he won't be disappointed to see that his opponent, who beat him, was not an easy opponent to beat. He made it no one could beat him, so you shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, he's great. And you know, they're countrymen as well, Neo Shaggy and Ryu, both being from the land of Peru. So yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot they were both from Peru.
And honestly, I'm surprised no one has taken, or specifically, I'm surprised Jim hasn't taken the gold yet.
Yeah, it's really weird that he's just playing completely standard here.
Yeah, nothing crazy at all at the moment. What's crazy is he's getting Ling speed.
He's getting Ling speed. This must be some other type of cheese he's going for. I don't quite get it.
What a madman.
Yeah, I don't get his whole build now. His whole build is off to me. I have no idea what he's doing now. He got Ling speed.
This is something that he has never done before in the history of his career. He's getting Ling speed at a regular time.
That is hilarious. And that might be a tell to Ryu. Like, let's be real. Jim's not just going to macro against Ryu. We've seen him try to be cheeky and then even being able to get an advantage and then going into macro, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, so many times it doesn't work, and we already see a little bit of a difference here. Jim, he is skipping the Baneling Nest. He's going right into that Roach Warren, getting his gases as well, so we'll see what he has in store for us.
Another crazy thing, he's getting a third base.
What a madman.
What a madman. What are you doing here?
He's getting a third base against Ryu at a normal time. Does he know who he's playing against?
Yeah. He's taking the Lings in an interesting route to avoid vision.
Yeah, it looks like he was gonna go hit the third base, but he came back to try and deal with this Ling.
Was that scouted?
Oh, he does scout it.
Now it is. He does scout it when he goes to the high ground. Oh, God, that was good. Wow. He barely scouted it.
Yeah. So he's aware. He knows about the roaches, and the roaches are already in production. They're going to be on the way. Again, though, there's no roach speed. There's no lair, so I don't think.
Wait, is he going for the Queen March?
Oh,
nah, he couldn't do. He couldn't do that here.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Ryu actually going to lose a queen here.
I think he can get both if he plays it right now. Oh, he got the Baneling. That was huge. One lane got the Baneling. He's going back around for the queen? Maybe?
Maybe.
Scout.
Yeah, he's going for the scout. He's trying to get into the main base, but gets pushed away by the Lings of Ryu. Meanwhile, Ryu does have a couple of Lings here. Oh, he's actually going to catch a roach.
He's gonna catch the whole move out. Bro, look at that little bird. I've never seen those. See the little guy on the floor just watching everything else die.
It's amazing. But yeah, we got just roaches floating across the map at the moment, and we have a spine on the way. We have just nothing but lings, and this is great getting us around. But Jim, he has so much army supply at the moment.
Yeah. He has so much minerals also. He should probably just flood lings behind this.
Yeah, I mean, he's
maxed out actually. Not maxed out, but supply blocked.
Yeah, lings are in production, and the spine doesn't finish. We have roaches. We have 7 roaches actually on the way for Ryu.
Oh my god! I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was a really quick like Jim attacked the Baneling with one single ling. Jim's getting every single Baneling with one ling. That's crazy. GG, Jim, taking a page out of the Yodaslim book and not letting it go to late game.
Yeah, we were talking about it.
Jim on Golden Wall goes for big pushes across the map.
Yeah, and like the rush distance is small enough where you don't need roach speed, right? You just waddle roaches across the map.
That's crazy. And forged from the golden walls, where they were able to make pillars of gold. And now that is the map we're getting into, ladies and gentlemen. Pillars of Gold LE is your final map for the evening. I didn't think we'd be here at Game 5.
Yeah. It's great. We're here. We've made it to the ace match. I didn't think we would make it to the ace match. Like, Ryu's been looking really solid in the late games, but Jim, he's been able to sneak out a couple of cheeky wins here.
I think this kind of establishes Jim's position as like top 5 coming out of Latin America. Definitely top in Mexico. Like, the fact that he made it so far in DreamHack, like we were saying, like, is it a fluke? Did he get lucky? Did he have some good builds? But as we see here, like, yeah, he's been a little cheesy, but he's really good at it.
Yeah, and
sometimes that's all you need.
Exactly. Like, it goes to show that, like, to be a professional, well, like one of the best players, sure, you can be like Ryu and be really good at macro, but like there's another skill set when it comes to like the versatility of what you can do in a game, and then just like having all these things available to you and keeping your opponent guessing, right?
100%, yeah. I feel like Yaku knew that we hate the skins.
He does.
Of course he does. But here we have in the bottom left-hand corner, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner here in the left-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE. It is none other than the Peruvian Grandmaster, the Wizard. It is Ryu.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the streamer, the social media extraordinaire. We have the Mexican Zerg player spawning in the top right-hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE. He represents Timbers Esports. It is JimRising.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about me. You said streamers, Zerg player. Like, come on, like, let's talk about the players here. Enough about me. Social media, I don't know what you said, God or something, but I like to think of myself as a social media god. I'm just kidding. I got like 3,000 followers on Twitter. That's all I got.
You're a social media something, all right? I don't know what the word
I don't know what the word is, but you're social media something. Nuisance, maybe? I don't know.
I think what you are is you're necessary. You're a necessary evil, if you will.
Necessary evil. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly how I describe it. I'm the hero. Not that the hero they want, but the hero they need.
Exactly.
Which is also kind of how I view JimRising, so it's kind of like JimRising is my Padawan, if you think about it. I'm just kidding. I don't know JimRising at all, but, you know, hopefully he pulls something off here. It's a little too early to tell.
It is a little bit too early. I think that one of the biggest things we're gonna have to keep a lookout on is you know, whether Jim gets the speed, right? Like that's
Ryu's getting too much gas here though.
Oh,
okay, you got the speed.
Okay. Calm down. They're both getting speed.
Okay. This is getting interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. Both players are going standard.
My God.
My God, we might get a macro game.
Will we on game 5, or is Jim gonna do something like another big like roach push? To be fair, this map, it is a longer rush distance. Like, Ryu will have a lot more time to deal with it, so
Oh, Nidus.
Could be Nidus. Could be Nidus.
It's got to be Nidus or Mutas. Both very predictable.
Yeah, yeah. And a big thing at the
Two
moment
base
is...
again.
Yeah, 2 base. The drone is not going to get that third.
He's got enough gas for a layer, but I don't know if he wants to morph it in at the first or the natural, so he's gonna get in the main. Deny the scouting, no denial of scouting, but there's nothing to scout.
Exactly, which is a tell in and of itself, right? Like you scout, there's no third. Like Jim probably waiting for the link to die before he commits to something.
Yeah, which means an overlord should be queued up here into the area.
Yeah, we've got a couple of overlords around that are looking to try and
there
poke
it is,
in.
right there outside the natural, outside the main. I mean, right there. Yeah, that's the scouter guy right there.
Yeah.
Ling flood. That's and the layer.
Oh, that's a lot of lings. It's a decent amount of lings.
And the layer. So this is pretty much all in to. He's gonna transition in mutas. He's got to block the scout. He puts the baneling nest down. Oh, he's trying to distract. Is he gonna keep the baneling nest or cancel it?
I mean, I love this because, again, like, he shows his hand that there are a lot of lings, so Ryu's going to be a little bit more on the defensive, when really, as you said, going for Spire. Maybe?
Now, it might be weird to me that if you're Ryu, you realize if you're going a Ling Flood, why would you get Baneling so late? You're going for a Ling Flood, you get Banes first thing first.
And there are only 2 Banelings here, so Ryu has to be so careful with his control as... Okay, he's able to keep both alive, actually.
He's picking these off one by one now. He's really good at getting rid of those Banes.
Yeah.
But here we should have it any moment now. He's about to get the gas. Oh, he has a lot of gas, actually.
Yeah.
Is he throwing Roachin?
Well, he has so much gas, and he hasn't thrown any tech structure down yet. Like, that's what's really weird about what Jim's doing. Because he got that lair incredibly early.
No third base, either.
Yeah. I mean, a Ling makes it into the main base. Ryu scouts the
There
lair.
it goes.
Finally.
Natural.
Yeah, we go.
Yeah, that was kind of late. He had a lot of gas banked up. Maybe he didn't have the minerals for it.
Yeah, it's possible that, like, you know, because of the variant that he did, that where he went for a bunch of Lings, you know, it meant that he had less drones. So his economy hurt for a little bit. But yeah, Jim, he is going for that 2 base. Spire. Is Ryu gonna scout it, though?
I'm glad Steel Mold recognized that I did the Yaku intro.
I did my own version as well. Yeah.
I noticed you. I didn't know if Steel was thing. Had to do it one time. It's stealing your whole flow, Yaku. Watch out. I have been staying up a little bit later though, so I've caught a couple more casts from Yaku and Steel Mold than normal. I tried to stay up last night, but I fell asleep.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice
man, roaches.
He broke in.
He broke in and got in with all the roaches. Oh my god, Jim! Not like this.
Not like
Fire
this.
didn't even finish yet.
It's not even done. It only just now finished, and sure, Jim's gonna clean up, but he lost a lot of workers. And did Ryu even scout? He actually didn't see the Spire.
Wow, he still didn't see the Spire. I think that's why Jim pulled his workers. Like, you could try and fight it with the reinforcing Lings, but he was really trying to stop that vision. And we do have 4 Spore Crawlers coming up, so...
Yeah, so Ryu, he smells it in the water, you know, he knows what Jim is doing. He's getting all those spores.
4 gases. He saw 4 gases. He saw every gas.
Yeah. There we go.
That's L right there. So it's... I'm not gonna lie, every single game has seemed to be just about as identical as they can get. It's either a Roach Nidus or Mutas into Roach, or Roach into Mutas.
Yeah, pretty much, and we'll see how this goes. As at the moment, again, like the spores are all done, they're all getting ready. So these Mutalisks, they're not going to get too much done here, for Jim. Well, they shouldn't. We'll see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, you get these 2 queens before that, or at least one of them.
Oh, gets 1, maybe 2.
Oh, don't lose it. Oh, lost 2 mutas. Oh, that wasn't worth it. Actually, yeah, it was 2 mutas for 2 drones, but at the same time 4 workers went down for Jim somewhere. I'm assuming a Ling run by, but here comes a big, nice wall off right at the last second, but it's gonna go down. You can't save this forever. Or can he?
Wow, okay.
Yeah, no third for Jim still. And Ryu's happily on the third, and there it goes.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
incredibly
Jim going
late.
right into +1 for mutas. I think for the first time he's gonna all-in commit to mutas. That's big brain right there. I didn't even see that coming. Like every game, Jim has gone a couple mutas back into roaches, but this is the first one that's +1 on mutas and just more mutas.
Yeah, like this, like Jim, he's committing hard to these mutalisks. And what do we have for Ryu? He's actually going for a counter spire, going for corruptors.
I don't like that play at all.
I mean, corruptors do well against mutalisks. The big problem is always that, like, once they deal with the mutas, then what else are they gonna do, right?
Yeah, they can like pee on stuff.
It's like
pervert.
They definitely can. Actually, these mutalisks are actually getting a lot of damage.
And they're actually gonna die here, and there's nothing to defend here at all for Ryu. I can't believe what I'm saying, but Jim might take this off of Ryu.
Oh yeah, a lot of workers are going down, and the corruptors finally come out, so like Ryu's gonna clean up, but not before losing 14 drones.
But he's still in the worker lead, and somehow Jim's third got canceled.
Oh, yeah,
I missed that.
There was a big Ling runway, and yeah, like as you said, even though 14 drones went down, Ryu's still ahead.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, these corruptors are really slow.
They are incredibly slow, and there's just too many mutalisks that are able to
Yeah,
actually fight the corruptors.
Units. I mean, I'm going to take a look at the units tab, and it is currently 5 corruptors versus 18 mutalisks.
Oof.
And counting. So
Yeah.
they pretty much 1 or 2 shots.
Has a lot of mutas, and I mean, the corruptors are doing the best. They're picking off mutas here and there. You know, the queens are helping out as well, and they're just kind of buying time at the moment. You know, the mutas aren't achieving too much damage. They're getting a couple of overlords, a couple of workers, denying a lot of mining time, but
there's just no follow-up here for Ryu. He doesn't have a Hydra den down. He's just making more corruptors.
Yeah, but the problem is that Jim's still only on 2 bases. Like, he doesn't have a third.
Yeah. I think he should have just rotated around and gone for a different mineral line.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he is now. Or he should. Or he was.
Yeah, he's put a lot of attention in the main base, which is nice, right? Like it's but at the same time,
go for a Ling run by or something, man. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think he finally gave up on trying to take a third. And he's like, you know what? Fine, I'm going across the map. I'm going to try and deal some damage. And maybe he can accomplish something here at the third of Ryu.
I love how Steel and Yaku are having a whole conversation about the intro in the chat. But man, this is looking dicey here. This is where it really comes down to the nitty gritty. Ryu even threw in a couple roaches in there, or a roach. A little bit of lag.
Yeah, single roach there, which is interesting. And finally, he's actually getting a Hydra den, so he's taking up to an army that can better deal with these mutalisks. The mutalisks are still getting more and more damage done. Behind this, Jim is finally taking a base, which is great, but...
Funny thing I'd like to note, that one drone that's been in the gas in the main for Ryu has not gone down this entire time. That one little guy on the gas, he has not left the gas all game. For some reason, Jim just decided to spare him.
Yeah. He's seen it all. That poor drone.
He's got some PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Some post-traumatic Ryu syndrome. Or disorder, I forgot what it is. But anyways, yeah, the Mutus has not stopped here for JimRising, even though he saw a Corruptors, Infestation Pit, Hydra Den. Ryu actually did. He reestablished his base here with the workers, and the Mutus came right back in, killing more workers. And now Jim is starting to even up the worker count.
Yeah, honestly, I think it looks like Ryu's just not respecting these mutalisks enough. Like, every time he's like, yeah, I'll just get a couple of Corruptors, I'll deal with this. And it's like, nope, there's just so many mutalisks here.
Yeah, good Ling run by here. To have the Lings in the main is huge. He's got a little bit more for defense here. He took out the base, actually. Now Ryu is back on 1 or 2 bases, and I'd like to see him go for the spawning pool. That way, it would really stop the Ling run bys. He's going for the gases, though.
Yeah, he may end up getting the
And now that
pool.
one drone finally goes down. Oh, rip. They got him. They got him sleeping on the job.
And he's actually going to get the spawning pool. The hive is on the way. No backup spawning pool quite yet. Another Ling runway, which is nice. He gets a queen, even a worker, but oh my god, Jim, he's getting a fourth.
Looking good for Jim now.
Yeah.
Wow, I cannot believe he. Yeah, I think like you said, he didn't respect it enough. He threw in a couple of queens at a time, a couple of corruptors at a time. What he needed to do is bank it up, pretty much sack that base, bank up corruptors and queens. Oh God. Is that a Bane drop or a Burrow? What was that?
Oh, the Banes, they waddled down from the
Banes.
Banes.
They came from the top. Oh, that's so good. He should do that again. Oh, you can't win this, Jim. Don't fight this.
Oh, now there's enough corruptors to actually fight with these Mutalisks. Even a couple of queens and sports. So, yeah, Jim lost a lot of Mutalisks there.
Yeah. But I'm not going to lie here. That was the worst possible engagement for Ryu. The queens weren't in position. There was no spores in position. Oh, and there's nothing on the ground. There's no lings. There's roaches. Okay, there's roaches.
Oh, and there's a big run by and Jim.
Oh my God.
He's starting to break Ryu.
If Jim just went full on lings right now, there's nothing that can stop lings. Oh my God, Ryu was looking to win the same amount as Sentimiento Latinos as Jim here, both going for 20. But man, looking at this, how it is now, it's really heavily in Jim's favor right now.
Yeah,
Ryu just absolutely getting pulled apart.
Like, it feels like he just let go of his fundamentals. Like, he went all the way to high. He has Vipers. This is fine. This is great. But, like, he kind of skipped a couple of steps, and now he doesn't really have a ground army. He's down to one base. Even if he gets these blinding or these parasitic bombs off, like, oh my God, I just don't know how Ryu's going to come back from this.
I mean, right now, he's just got a couple roaches and pretty much no income. And, you know, even if Jim loses all these mutas here, he has a pretty good economy here. Double the worker count of Ryu just about. He's sitting on he was on 2. Now he's on 4. 5 bases coming out. And he can just link flood and there's no answer.
Exactly.
Ryu goes roaches. Jim goes more mutas. Ryu goes roaches. Then he goes lings.
Yeah, exactly. That's the problem. The problem is that Jim is continuing to make mutas. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I would say that there's just so much supply here for Ryu in the anti-air that Jim should just switch to a ground army. Yeah,
but also just keeping Ryu busy, not letting him establish himself is what the mutas are good for, I think, here. He's constantly, and he's finding damage. He's picking off a spore, picking off a corruptor here and there. And I think Jim's had it. He's going into roaches now. He's getting +1 in roach speed. So he's going to try and pick off these roaches so there's no ground army to fight him here. Good split. Good split.
Oh, yeah. Almost immediate split. Only loses 2 Mutalisks to that. Again, the Vipers have to get more energy.
Oh, he gets the gas.
And at the moment, like, the longer this goes on, Jim on 4 bases, he's just getting more and more ahead. To be fair, Ryu has, like, I guess, like, kind of a decent army with Vipers, but only 2 Vipers, you know, it's pretty vulnerable. They could get sniped off. Oh my God, as I say that. Okay. It's okay, Jim doesn't die with it.
But I mean, I just want to say that while all this is going on, they've already gone through 3 matches. 3 rounds on TSL.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and the Mutalisks, again, they're getting picked off, which is great. You know, Ryu, he's able to win trades here and there, but Jim, like, look at the supplies. Like, he's getting a roach army.
Why did he just quit like that?
Yeah.
Oh, a huge Baneling bus went into the main and destroyed all of his workers. Oh my God. JimRising is your new Sentimiento Latino champion, reigning king. He's won 21, more than anyone out there in the world, more than his next up, which is Ryu, who's won 19. And with that is the final.
That's it. We've come full circle. There was a lot of hype around Ryu, and Ryu, like, in straight up games, like, he was looking really good, but Jim, at the end of the day, he's a madman. He went for the 2 base Nidus, 2 base Mutas as well, and in the end, like, was able to take down Ryu.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect Jim to take out Ryu. This is crazy. I want to see who can take out Jim. I hate that we have to wait like 2 more weeks for this to happen, for me to find out. But I'm excited. That was cool, man. I'm excited about Sentimiento Latino again. I guess I've always been excited, but Jim playing and darkness coming out, and it's really cool. See Jim win, just like, is he one of the best in Latin America besides the people who can't play Sentimiento Latino? I don't know. Who's to say? The scores, that's who.
Yeah, I would say so. Like Jim, he won this week. Eggs won last week. The week before that, I think Jim won. Like the first time coming back. We were talking about how unfortunately you missed it, but
oh my god, for the first time since what, 2019?
I think
2018.
Yeah, I think it was 2018. Yeah.
God, and I missed the first one.
Mm-hmm. And this is marking the return of Jim to pro play, right? Like, for the longest time, he's just been focusing on streaming, on being entertaining. That's all well and good. But now he's actually, like, competing well, playing in tournaments, winning them.
Yeah, now it's like he's a streamer who makes a lot of money from streaming, and now he's tapping into that competitive play money. Pretty cool. So, GG and well played by both players. Ryu, man, I hate that we always see him lose. Like
it's true. You know, it was the DreamHack qualifiers. It's here, Sentimiento Latino. Like, Ryu's such a good player, and honestly, like, watching these games, I would still say that Ryu in a macro game, he's one of the best.
He's superior. I can't believe Jim won with the Muta play.
Yeah,
I said it at the beginning of the match. This is a really good map for Mutas because it's so big, wide, and extended, and even I didn't see that because, you know, I try and read the players and I guessed it, like, he's going to go 2-base Roachnitis, 2-base Roachnitis. Then he's going to try and switch it up and go 2-base Mutas. And then he's going to switch back into Roaches. And he did it. But the last one, I did not expect him to go full on, fully committed into Mutas. And I think Ryu now knows if you're playing Jim, just go just Roachnitis every game. You're either going to counter his Roaches or you're going to stop him from going Mutas.
Yeah, I think this may also go to show how, I don't want to say stubborn, but like Ryu played pretty similarly every single game. Like he was like the reactor, right? Like you know, I'm going to see what you're doing and I'm going to just try and, you know, just play defensively. But there are other ways to play the game. There are other approaches, right?
Yeah, I feel like that's the approach for Ryu that he should have. When you're a better player, you know, you're like, I'm better. I sit back, I defend, and Jim can't break me. But that was not the case here. He should have been aggressive. Now maybe he'll know to respect Jim as a player a little more.
Yeah. Or like maybe he'll just stick with it. I don't know. Maybe he thinks he needs to just refine his macro play. Either way, like, you know, congratulations to both players, to our 2 finalists. Congratulations to Jim for winning the entire thing. Like, what a guy. It's great. It's great to see him doing well. And yeah, as you said, I can't wait until the next Sentimiento Latino.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick, man. So you guys don't forget to, well, we used up all the codes, so you guys can follow, subscribe right here on Twitch. But also, you guys can join us tomorrow for Battle of the Americas. Will Jim show up? Will Pili show up? Who's going to be there? Why isn't Ryan a doctor? Is Eggs married? Is he Chilean? I don't know. We'll find out. Tune in tomorrow to Battle of the Americas. Same time. It's an hour earlier, actually, than this tournament started. So hopefully we can catch you guys there. But I think that is it from us here tonight and evening and day, I guess, whatever it is. It's midnight for me. I think it's like, what, 2 o'clock for you, Light?
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. here in Australia.
Nice, and it's 12 p.m. here in Texas time, as I like to say. So yeah, have a good evening, day, or night, everybody. Thanks for watching. You guys can follow me on social media. Everything's Yoda_Slim. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Instagram. My Twitter's mostly just a bunch of retweeted jokes that are hilarious. So if you like terrible jokes, follow me on Twitter. But really, to support me, Light's going to give you more info, but you guys just need to follow CranKy Ducklings. That's where everything StarCraft you need to know is, except European StarCraft, because they get too much attention already.
Yep, that's pretty much it. You know, follow the channel, the Twitch channel. We're live almost every single day. We will actually be live in in just under 3 hours with Grand Platypus Open number 36, which is kind of like this tournament except for the Oceanic and Southeast Asian region. So do tune in for that later, but you know, don't forget to tune into GSL.
Sentimiento Australia.
Sentimiento Australia.
Sentimiento Aussie.
We should rename it.
We should. Either name works fine. That could be the nickname. But yeah, also guys, don't forget GSL is going on right now. There was just a pretty big upset in my opinion in the first game. I'm not gonna say who won or lost, but you guys go check that out. That is going on for the next few hours. And when that's done, tune into the CranKy Ducklings cast. And when that's done and you go to sleep and you wake up, we'll be back on with Battle of the Americas. So we will see you guys next time here. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.
Ciao.